everyone, Joy here. I'm back with the 6 Minimalist home tour. I had some fresh flowers. They're so gorgeous. Look at them. So I wanted to record the video before they wither. Speaking of withering, I wanted to talk about the importance of managing your mental state as a minimalist. This week, I was having kind of an ups and downs actually. And here's the thing, I'm a very emotional person. I am very artsy-fartsy, so to speak. I'm very artistic. I get affected by my surroundings easily. And at any given day, I actually have extreme range of emotions. I experience very big gap between my highs and lows. And sometimes I realize, it's dependent on the environment, and sometimes it's not. It's just my own chemistry that's making me think that and feel that. When I was younger, I guess you could say I had a lot of external pressure also to perform. I had to find ways to kind of suppress these emotions. Then, sometimes they'll get the best of me eventually. As I've lived my life a little bit and I've, had some sort of discipline, especially through my education where I had to really focus on finishing my degree at every step of the way. And as an emotional person, it's not always easy to push through when you don't feel like it sometimes. Your mind is a butterfly, it's all over the place, but you really have to reel it in and get the job done. So I think I've learned a couple tricks that I can share with other people. As a minimalist, sometimes you are not going to want to practice minimalism. And I can tell you right now, sometimes I don't feel like it. Sometimes I want to move back into a big house. Sometimes I want to buy more stuff. And I do buy stuff like my beautiful blings and my cute clothes and lovely flowers or something. But sometimes, there are temptations definitely for me to abandon this practice and pursue something else and live a drastically different life. There's nothing wrong in wanting different things. This was, again, another reason why I was also interested in acting and actually went to acting academy for about a year, because I wanted to live so many different lives, because at any given day I would feel like a completely different person. There's an expression in Korea, it's called 천의 얼굴. Sometimes they use it to describe actresses. They say they have 1,000 different faces. And that's literally how I feel like sometimes, right? I think living like that is confusing, not only for you, but also for other people. And even if you could live like that, again, I think it's beautiful profession to be an actress and stuff like that. I think there are ways for you to manage that, right? You have to kind of manage it. I always find it fascinating. So I was trained in the method acting. When you're method actor or actress, sometimes you get lost in your own role and you can't even find yourself anymore. So you have to find a way to separate those things. And I think that's a very important skill to learn, kind of separating, I guess, your emotions sometimes with the reality, the things that you have to do, your purpose, your goal, so you can stay focused. As y'all already know, I'm not asking you to change yourself, change who you are, or don't like yourself for how you are. If you're also emotional and all over the place like me, I'm just saying, you also deserve to have things for yourself and reach your goals, even if you're an emotional person, even if maybe naturally you don't have a lot of discipline, as they say. And a lot of times the idea of like pushing yourself to the extreme, right? Like you wake up at 4 a.m. and you dunk yourself in ice cold water. Again, if you could do that, wonderful, good for you. What I'm saying is not everything's about beating yourself down and controlling yourself like a machine and basically denying all your human needs. Or discipline doesn't have to look like that at all. That's why I always say minimalism isn't about how much you can control yourself or other people from buying things and from accumulating things, and how little you can have, do the most while owning the least. It's nothing like that. Actually, any kind of sustainable change, it works with yourself, it works with your soul. In a way, this is kind of a confession. A lot of times I do things even when I don't feel like doing them. Like I have to work on my paper, I have to go to work, I have to make a video. Sometimes it's very enjoyable, but sometimes I really don't feel like doing it, but I still do them. And the way I manage to do it isn't by being harsh, isn't really pushing myself too much. I will literally hold my own hand. I've done this before. And I'll tell myself, babe, just do it. I know you don't feel like doing it. I know it's the last thing you want to do. Again, although I'm a believer in anything goes, right? As long as you're doing something positive, the outcome doesn't really matter. But sometimes you have to do the thing. For instance, I couldn't really have a YouTube channel without making the actual video. That is one thing that I have to do. And I cannot get my degree unless I write the thesis. That's one thing that I just have to do. And I will not have a business if I don't go to work at my business. That's just the way it is. And sometimes you have to do that thing that you don't feel like doing, or that you want to do, but you're too scared to do. You have so many mental traps. Whatever. I understand. I've been there. So if being harsh with yourself or hating on yourself or being like, why can't I never do the thing that I don't want to do? I would like for you to try the other approach. Why not, right? Your previous approach didn't work. Just hold your hand and remind yourself, it's okay for you to do that thing that you don't want to do. You don't always have to let your feelings dictate what you need to do. A lot of times I would do things even if it's the opposite of my feelings, because I understand my feelings. Sometimes it's valid. It's always valid, of course, but sometimes it's just a product of my own chemical makeup. Your own feelings, as important as it is not something that you should let guide your life all the time. You should feel the feelings, but at the end of the day, you have to do the thing that you have to do. For instance, just the other day, I wasn't feeling too great about myself, and then I remember being like, I don't want to do anything. I really tried to make myself do the work, and I really didn't feel like doing it. So you know what I did? I bought myself some beautiful flowers. Look how they bloom, so stunning. So basically I was telling myself, hey babe, I'll buy you some flowers. Why don't you get those flowers and get to working? Which I did. And the thing about making the right decision is when you make one right decision, that could sort of motivate you to make the next best decision, so on and so forth. Again, sometimes you have to do the thing that you're afraid of, you are emotionally stressed out about doing, but you know that's the right thing to do if you want to get to where you want to go. And that is so important, especially if you're an emotional person like me. Besides, I believe everyone has emotions. At least we're born with it. And maybe you've disciplined and beaten yourself down to a point where you don't let yourself feel your own instincts. You've denied yourself of your own humanity or anything like that. And I'm just telling you right now, you don't even have to do that. You don't even have to deny your own feelings. I think this is also a very, I guess you could say, for the lack of a better term, I don't know if it's only a feminine quality, but a very feminine approach to get these things done. I have a lot of these qualities of being feminine, being artistic, being soft and very sensitive. I've sort of grew up in a way where I use extreme discipline, extreme self-hatred almost, to make myself do things even when I don't feel like doing them. But I'm just trying to switch that approach a little bit. And guess what? I'm telling you right now, when you allow yourself to feel things, you'll have kind of health benefits, to be honest. It will actually make you feel healthier. It will make you happier. It's good to cry sometimes. It's good to feel your emotions sometimes. And in spite of all that, still do the thing that you know you need to do. Not deny yourself your own nature, but cherish that. Protect your own nature, protect your mental state, protect your happiness. Your humanity and your feelings, it does not have to be mutually exclusive to the things that you have to accomplish, that you have to do. And sometimes you just gotta do it. Maybe you are growing up in a home that's very violent and terrible, but you're just a child, so you have to survive in that. In that case, I guess you'd have to learn how to deny your own humanity, at least externally. But I'm telling you right now, do not let go of your own humanity. Hold on to what makes you human. Cherish your emotions, validate them, even if nobody else does, and even if sometimes other people get mad when you validate your own feelings. They find it annoying. It's an inconvenience for you to feel things because they're in denial of their own feelings. Don't be like them. I know it sounds very vague, but it's something that's coming from my own heart, I suppose. And I just realized there's probably a lot of people out there who manage to stay in touch with their own heart and own feelings, but still have to survive in this world where you have to get things done. And these are the people that I guess I wanted to talk to. It's okay to feel your feelings, and you do not have to be harsh, especially if you're an adult. You do not have to be mean to yourself. So again, coming back to my main point, if trying to be super disciplined and forcing yourself to do things has never worked in the past, but if you want kind of a long-term happiness and accomplishment, try what I've tried, Hold your hand and tell yourself, maybe fix yourself a nice cup of tea, maybe take yourself for a walk, but do something small for yourself. Buy stunning flowers, encourage yourself to do that thing that you don't want to do. Again, maybe it won't work for you, but what I'm trying to remind people is if I can feel the deep range of my own emotions and still be able to do the rational thing, I think you can as well. I think maybe sometimes we just weren't aware or taught that our feelings are powerful and they're valid, but they don't have to be the ones to sabotage our path, our future, or anything like that. You know what's that typical saying, right? Like, women are emotional. So what? Feel your emotions. It's actually a superpower. You can still feel all your emotions. You can still hold on to your humanity and your empathy and still get things done so that you can stand tall, so that you can have something for yourself, so on and so forth. Your emotions do not have to be your handicap. In fact, it could be something colorful, something extra that others lack that you have. And do not listen to other people who say emotional people cannot get things done, because we absolutely can. And so on that note, I want to remind y'all, acknowledge that you're not always going to feel like doing the things that you have to do, standing by the thing that you are going to stand by, and that's okay. Feel those emotions and still find it in yourself to do the right thing, to do right by you, to get those things done, because you also deserve to live a good life. And that's what I wanted to talk about for this week's intro. And without further ado, let's start this week's Minimalist home tour. Let's go! Hi y'all, let's start this week's Minimalist home tour. I'm actually kind of excited because my home is kind of clean. I don't know, and there's still a little bit of gunk on the floor, but pretty clean. And this is my bedroom. I actually made my bed because I felt like it. And I got my little, what do you call these, tangerine thingies as a snack. I'm trying to eat more whole foods, I guess. I don't know why, but the fruit prices and stuff have went up quite a bit. So that's kind of unfortunate. But yeah, this is my bedroom. And of course, from this angle, you can see a bunch of my stuff. All my summer clothes, warmer weather season clothes are in here. And of course, my colder weather seasons are in here. And of course, I've got my underwear and everything else in there. And of course, my beloved jewelry in here, which I'm really into these days. I really need to take this candy to work because I think I just need to give that to somebody. But yeah, just a bunch of miscellaneous items, so on and so forth. And of course, usually I'd have some stuff hanging in here. And let's go to the bathroom. And I actually cleaned my bathroom as well. I think that's why I'm kind of excited about this week's home tour. Because I've actually scrubbed it down a little bit. I mean, it's not perfect, but you know, it's not always that I clean my bathroom. So I was very happy about that. Proud of myself, you know, one thing at a time. And I also want to show you like part of my pajama. I think it's so cute. Look at the sleeves. This was a gift, but yeah, very cute. So I wanted to show you up here. Also, this part is pretty clean, which I'm happy about. Here's my skincare products. This was a gift. I'm almost out of these, and I'm almost out of these. So we'll see. I'm trying to use this up, and occasionally I'll use this face essence. And of course, body lotion, I got something new. And then, you know, I've always got to have some kind of ointment for my fingers. They're looking all right, and my nails are super cute. But you can see I still have some dry skin. And that's, you know, that's just name of the game. And up here, of course, I've got my toothbrush and a bunch of other stuff. Ooh, I don't know if that's sanitary for it to be laying like that. But yeah. And, you know, of course, due to my small OCD, I gotta wash my fingers. And this is like a hair treatment that I'm trying to use up. This is actually like leftover from work, but it's like not enough product for me to be using on clients, but enough product for me to squeeze out and use up. So that's what I'm going to have there. And of course, shampoo and conditioner. And this one's almost out as well. And as I told y'all before, this one, it was actually kind of like a little bit of leftover conditioner from work. So instead of buying a new one, I decided to use it up. And oftentimes that's what I'll do whenever the products almost run out at work, so on and so forth. And of course, my door handle's working overtime. And I said my home is clean, but to be honest, I do have a big trash bag that I need to take out. But it's not completely full yet. And I'm trying to save up how much I spend on this, not unnecessary, but like little things like that, so I can spend on nicer things. So that bag, I'm going to like fill it up to the brim before I take it out. So it's good for now, but it's a bit too big for me to keep in here. I also want to show you, I got these fuzzy slippers. Those were a gift as well. I think it's so cute. And as you can see, this area can use some organizing, but I'm not worried about that. Again, I'm not trying to be perfect. I'm just trying to show you. And I usually try to clean up a little bit before I see y'all. And of course, there's another little tangerine up there. And of course, I actually do have to do a little bit more personal laundry. But anyways, and I want to show you down here. As you can see, it's a little bit full. I got like more trash bag, toilet paper, and laundry detergent, and the little chemical powder thing that really helps with the laundry smell, I heard. Ooh, that could use some cleaning. I just saw that. And of course, this water needs to be put away. But then again, you know, this is not a showroom. I live here and I don't really mind. I barely spend any time at home. I only come here after work. So, you know, that's what's up. But as you can see, there's not enough room for the trash can. If over explaining was a person, that would be me. And of course, my kitchen cabinet usually has a bunch of miscellaneous items, and my bags, my little documents, a little game that I haven't played in a long time. I really want to play, but I've actually been going to like a board game cafes to play. Sometimes I'll find people to play with, so I didn't really need to use my own game, and I should have known myself better, because you know, usually this is exactly what happens. If I have an item, like I would actually find replacements for them pretty easily, so there was really no need for me to buy that, but I was very excited. So you know, it is what it is. Sometimes we do impulse purchases. Maybe I'll donate it, maybe I'll sell it, we will see. And of course, we gotta say hi to our trusted mannequin head that's forgotten for the time being, but always in our hearts. And that's the home tour for this week, and let's just go with the outro. That was our minimalist home tour for this week. I hope y'all liked it. If you liked it, please again subscribe, and I'll catch y'all next time with more content. Bye!